Well, Bubbles, what do you think? The users table is all set up and ready for use.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to Hello World Episode 13, Database Setup, the Users Table. As with every video, we're implementing a new feature in our Hello World website, so if there's something you want to see coded up and implemented, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into the episode. By the end of this episode, we will have a database for our website, Hello World, and we will have created a users table inside of that database to store our user data when they sign up on our website. If you guys missed the previous episodes 11 and 12 where we set up the sign up form, go check them out, they're in my Hello World playlist. We're going to begin over in Phpmyadmin, localhost / Phpmyadmin. We're going to click on databases, and then we're going to create a database. We're going to enter our database name here, and click create. Now our database has been created. Our database is empty, no tables found in database. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create our users table. We're going to name our table users, and we're going to give it 8 columns. Then we're going to click go. Now it brings us to the page where we can define each of the columns we want to add in our users table. The first column in our users table is going to be an ID column. This will be a unique ID, so it'll be different for every user, and it's going to be different in that it's going to be auto increment. We're going to check the auto increments box right here and make it a primary key. Now every time we insert a row into the database, this column ID right here will be auto-populated with an integer beginning at 1. So the first row we insert will be 1, 2, 3, and so on. And we don't even have to worry about this column. MySQL will just take care of that on its own for us. The next column is going to be called key value. And we are going to generate this key value. It'll just be a unique string 15 characters long for the user. Then over on our website, hello world /signup, we're going to add columns for each one of these input fields here. So the first one is email. Max length of 500. Then we have our username. Cap that out at 100. Then our first and our last name. And then our password, and we're going to store the password in our password column and give this a max length of 500 because this will be a hashed password. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a created column here. We're going to set this to a date time, and then under the default, we're going to select as defined current timestamp. So anytime we insert a row into this database, this created column will be populated with the time that the row was inserted. And we've set up our 8 columns. We're going to go ahead and click save. Now our database has been created. We're in our database Hello World table users, and we're on the structure tab. Here we can see all the 8 columns we created, their types, and a bunch of other data on each of the columns. And if we need to change or update any of the columns, we can just click the change button right here and easily change the columns. The Browse tab is where you would go to view the users in the database. Obviously, we don't have any users in our database right now because nobody has signed up. In the next video, we will be inserting users into this table when they click the sign up button here on our form. We need to update our code base so it can talk to our database. We're going to open up our Hello World repository in our text editor. The link to the repository is github.com/jstolpe/helloworld. A link will be in the description. We're going to open up our index file, and for the database, we're going to be looking at our autoload params, the database config array. Here is where we decide to load the database or not, and then we pass along the credentials we need for our database. And since we're going to be using a database now, we're going to pull out these database credentials into our server-specific includes. The database credentials will be different depending on what server you're on, and we also do not want the credentials to live inside of our repository on GitHub. Over in our WAMP folder, our includes, we're going to open up our Hello World global include file. And in this file, we have our use database flag right here, and it's set to false. Our use database flag is over here in our index file, and that's just telling us if we want to use a database or not. We're going to copy this database array here, and we're going to create a variable for it right here. Now we're going to update our use database to be true. This means that the framework will load our database helper and then use these credentials to try and connect to that database. Our credentials are localhost, that's the server we're on. Our username is root, and we don't have a password on localhost. Then we specify our database name, Hello World. That's the name of the database we set up in Phpmyadmin. Then we're going to place this variable over here in place of this entire array. Now our database credentials are coming from our server includes file outside of our repository. Right here. Now our code base is all set up to talk to our database, so in the next episode we're going to be able to insert users into our database when they click sign up. And that is going to wrap up Hello World episode 13, database setup with the users table. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you want to see coded up next. I'll catch you later.